My name is Daniel Schmidt and I'm your moderator for this session. It's the third one in our series of 24. And you all know today is a truly historic day. We have April 11, 2025, and this marks 70 years of Taekwondo. And whether you're joining us from Asia, Europe, the Americas, Africa, or Oceania, we are honored to have you here for this 24-hour global online celebration of Taekwondo. For us, Taekwondo is more than just a martial art. It's a philosophy, a way of life, and of course also a force that unites people across cultures, languages, and generations as we do at this moment. From the moment General Choi Hong-hee founded Taekwondo in 1955, it has spread to every corner of the world, empowering millions through discipline, perseverance, and indomitable spirit. And today, as we celebrate over 7 decades of our beloved martial art, it's no coincidence that this event lasts 24 hours. Just like the 24 patterns of Taekwondo, each representing the 24 hours of a day, symbolizing the entirety of a life dedicated to self-improvement, learning, and perseverance. Within these 24 hours, now it's the third one, of our online celebration event, you will experience insightful discussions, live training sessions, and stories from Taekwondo legends. Our esteemed speakers will explore the rich history of our art and the exciting future that lies ahead. Whether you are here to learn, connect, or simply be inspired, this event is for you. Before we begin, I want to remind you that this event is completely free and open to all. We have live translations for a huge number of languages available through the Zoom captions. And with this, we ensure that everyone can participate, no matter what language you speak. So without further ado, let's get started. In this third session, we start with the third pattern, which is Tosan. Oh, thanks. And what an inspiring performance of Tosan by Mats Lind from Norway. It is the pattern representing this hour of our 24-hour global celebration. And as just each pattern holds deep meaning and symbolism for each and every one of us, each session today brings new insights into the past, present, and future of Taekwondo. In this hour, we have a very special session. We have a speaker who is Sbn Ariella Figueroa from Finland or USA. And she will be talking having a live training session, which is about conditioning for elite Taekwondo athletes with the subtitle Taekwondo, a specific strength and conditioning routine focusing on explosiveness, endurance, and overall athleticism in regard to ITF tools. So if you want to get better in your pattern, this is a way to go. Let's start the presentation. Have fun and enjoy. You can practice along. It is very engaging. Let's go.
Taekwondo. Hello, I'm Ariella Figueroa, and thank you all for joining me on the 70th anniversary of ITF Taekwondo. Today we'll be working on strength and conditioning routines, focusing on explosiveness, endurance, and overall athleticism. Let's get started. So we'll start off with some small mobility routines just to get our bodies loosened up. Let's put our hands on our hips, and let's do neck exercises up and down like we're saying yes. Now from here, we don't want our heads going all the way back because it's unnatural for the neck. We want our chin to touch our chest and back up to a neutral position. Let's go to 10. Ready? And left to right. Ears to your shoulders. and shin to your chest. Good, now let's work some shoulder circles. And backwards. Good, now let's flex those elbows to 10. Loosen up those wrists side to side. Circular motion. Switch, other direction. Good, now let's put our hands on our shoulders, and from our waist down, we're gonna be a statue. We're only isolating from our waist up. Let's go ahead and move back and forth. Now we're gonna switch. From our waist down, we're gonna move, keeping our shoulders completely square. Ready? Good, now up on the ball of the foot. Good, let's spread our feet a little bit more and work some hip circles in. Good, let's change directions. Good, spreading our feet a little bit more. This time we're gonna touch our elbows to the floor and point our belly buttons to the ceiling like we're doing a limbo. Ready? Begin. Good, now it's a race. When I say go, I want you to bring your feet together as fast as you can to Chudiyat Song, okay? Ready, set, gold medals. It's a listening game. Let's try again. Ready, set, Ghostbusters. Oh, I got you twice, didn't I? Okay, now it's a real race. Ready, set, go. Very nice. Let's put our hands on our knees, and we're just going to flex back and forth. Good. Now I want you to point your feet in opposite directions as close as you can to 180 degrees. Let's go ahead and bend down using our elbows to pry our knees apart. Fists on the floor and touch. And back down and touch. Good, slowly coming up. And now from here, we're gonna rise up on the balls of our feet, but I want you to control the landing back down. So not like this, but I want you to go up on the balls of your feet and slowly control your descent. Ready? Up, 3, 2, 1. Very nice, and again. 2 more. And last one. Good, now that our bodies are a little bit more awakened, we'll get into the real warm-up. So everything we're gonna be doing now, we'll be doing for 30 seconds each. We're gonna start off with jumping jacks, jab, our back hand is up to protect our face, our front shoulder is here to protect the other side of our chin, and then we'll reset, and we'll do the other side for 30 seconds. Ready, set, begin. and I want you to focus on bringing your knees up to at least your belt level, using your abdomen to pull your legs up to your belt. Ready, set, begin. Now we're warming up our hamstrings with butt kickers. Ready, set, begin. Good, hands nice and loose in front of your face, nothing stiff, almost like you're eating potato chips. Now we'll go into our squats. When we squat, I really want you focusing on going backwards so that your toes are even with your knee, not behind your toes, not beyond your toes, but really even with your toes like you're sitting back onto a toilet. For 30 seconds, ready, and begin. Now we'll go into our forward lunge. Same idea. I don't want your knee going behind your toes, this way or this way, even with the toes, more like you're dropping down. And my master instructor is testing my self-control beyond the camera right now, so I'm trying my best not to laugh. Let's go ahead and get started. 30 seconds, ready, and begin. Now we're going to go into our side lunges. Two important notes. I don't want a Cossack squat. I don't want one foot in the air. I want all of the toes facing the same direction. And I want it to be more of a sososogi, where our heel is on one line and our toes are on the other. That way we're working the correct quadricep muscles. We're going to step like Do-san in between on the ball of the foot, transferring our weight and stepping out in a semi-circular motion. For 30 seconds. Ready, and begin. Next, let's go into our push-ups. If you're in an environment that allows you to practice your Dalian, let's go on to our knuckles. Now I want you to go down, touch your chest to the floor, and punch your way up for 30 seconds. Ready, set, begin. Now we'll go into our plank exercises. I want you only on your elbows and the ball of the foot. keeping your back on a straight 180-degree line, not rising up, not sagging down. I'll go sideways so we can see the correct form. Ready, set, and begin. Now we're going to go into our side planks. I want you to focus on the hip that's closer to the floor and really you pushing off of the ground as far as possible. And in Taekwondo, we don't have any weak sides. We have a strong and a stronger side, so of course, we'll work both sides of the body. Ready, set, and begin. And same thing on the other side. I really want you to focus on keeping your heel, knee, hip, and shoulder in one line. Not this way, but in one 180-degree line. Ready, set, and begin. Now we're going to lie on our backs with our hands to our sides, moving our feet in and out, staying about 4 to 6 inches off the floor the whole time. Ready, set, and begin. Now, same thing, we're still lying on our backs, hands to our side. We're gonna lock our knees, doing flutter kicks. Now, I want you to stay about 3 inches off the floor. I don't want you to touch. Ready, set, and begin. Now we're going to keep our feet above 6 inches off the floor and hold. Ready, set, and begin. Next, we're going to put our feet in a butterfly position, hands above our heads, and we're going to sit forward, stretch back, and forward. Ready, set, begin. And finally, for our last warm-up exercise, we'll be going into skate drills. Now I want you to focus on keeping your back straight and hinging at the hips so our shoulders are always pointed towards the floor. When we jump to one side, we're going to swing one foot behind the other and drive to the other side for 30 seconds. Ready, set, begin. Now that our bodies are warmed up, we'll be using ladder drills to elevate our mind and body connection. An elevated mind-body connection enhances tool performance by improving technical precision and accuracy, explosivity and speed, mental focus, fluidity and coordination, and energy efficiency and endurance. Now with the students here at Black Eagle Taekwondo, I'm always emphasizing the pursuit of perfection over speed. So I'll be demonstrating every ladder drill twice, once for demonstrative purposes, and then the second time for a bit more speed and realism. We'll start with 2 feet each box. Very simple. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now let's do it again, but with a bit more speed this time. Now we'll repeat the same strategy of 2 feet each box, but now we're going to turn to the side and move laterally. If I'm going to the right, my right foot moves. If I'm going to the left, my left foot moves. Let's start on this side. So we're going to face to the side, and the side that's closest to the ladder begins. 1, 2, 1, 2. And as I mentioned during the warm-up, in ITF Taekwondo, we do not have a weak side. We have a strong side and a stronger side. So we work both sides of the body. And now we'll repeat again with some speed. Now we're still going to work laterally. But this time we're going to go 2 in, 2 out, 2 in, 2 out. 2 in, then I step next to the rung that will be next. Starting with my right foot because I'm going to the right. Now I'm starting on the other side, keeping that same coordination and fluidity. Same drill again, nothing changes except the speed at which we approach the ladders. And now the same thing on the other side. Now we're going to increase the difficulty a bit with 2 in, 1 out. 2 in, 1 out. And I step next to the rung of the ladder that will be next. 2 in, 1 out. 2 in, 1 out. 2 in, 1 out. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. Now we're going to increase the speed and the rhythm a bit. The more you relax your shoulders on this one, the easier it is. And now starting on the opposite side. Now we're going to incorporate our yacht jogging. Let's keep it nice and simple at first, and just simply 1 hop per rung. When we chamber our side kick, our heel should be midway up our thigh, not in line with our butt and not in line with our knee, but right here in the middle of the thigh. And now starting on the opposite side. Correct posture, correct alignment, and let's begin. Now we're going to make that drill a bit more advanced by hopping 2 rungs forward and 1 back, keeping our side kick posture in the same exact position. 1, 2, now we control our weight, and we go back. 1, 2, back. 1, 2, back. And now we're going to work the stronger side of our body. Now the last ladder drill is really going to work our hip mobility. I want you to take the foot that's farthest away from the ladder, and that's what's going to start. As you see, it naturally turns my hips. 1, next to the next rung, and out. 2, and out. 3, and out. 4. The foot that's farthest away is always going to start. And let's switch sides. Farthest away, steps first. Turning the hips as we go. And now that we understand the coordination, let's pick up that speed. And finally, the last side. Now we'll be introducing plyometrics and agility training. This enhances tuls by improving explosive techniques without sacrificing control, faster transitions between techniques, greater endurance and power retention, and improving balance and stability and reaction control under dynamic conditions. Now, if you don't have a weight plate like I do, that's okay. You can use a kicking shield, a turning kick paddle, just something with a slightly higher elevation on the floor that makes you have to reactively jump up and down. Now we're going to start nice and simple, 1 foot on the target at all times. We're going to go for about 20 seconds. Ready, set, and begin. We're going to stay with the same idea of 1 foot on, 1 foot off. Now we're going to start with the foot that's farthest away from your target. So I'm going to use my outside foot for 20 seconds. And begin. And just as always, we're going to work both sides of the body. So now I'll work the opposite leg that's farthest away from my target. 20 seconds, and begin. Now let's work the leg that's closest to our target. 20 seconds, ready, set, begin. And now working the other side, but still the side that's closest to our target. Ready, set, begin. Now we'll simply be alternating feet each time for 20 seconds. Ready, set, and begin. Now using both feet, hopping forward and backwards. Ready, set, and begin. Now we'll be using 2 feet to go from straddling our target to on top to apart again. Ready, set, and begin. Now we'll go into one that requires a bit more coordination. 2 on, 2 off, 2 on, 2 off. Ready, set, and begin. Now we're going to do the same thing, 2 on, 2 off, moving laterally. And if you're using a harder target like I am, like a plate, or maybe a box about ankle height, we're also getting the opportunity to forge our dowling, our kicking tools, or really making contact with that target. Staying on the balls of our feet our whole time. 2 on, 2 off, 2 on, 2 off. Ready, set, and begin. We can also utilize this training to help with our sparring drills. If you have a resistant band, that's fantastic. If not, ask a partner to hold you back using your belt. Now, the point of this is to certainly be challenging, but not impossible. We're here to get better. And we can't do that under extreme conditions. We can do it under challenging conditions. So in your sparring stance, we're simply going to shift onto the target and then shift back. 20 seconds each leg. Ready, set, begin. And now starting on the opposite side of the body. Ready, set, begin. Now to increase the level of difficulty, when we shift back, I want you to put your foot up in a chambered position for a yapshagi. 20 seconds. Ready, set, begin. And now starting on the opposite side of the body. Ready, set, begin. Next, I'll be utilizing hurdles and some ring targets to help me gauge my distance. Now, if you don't have hurdles to hop over, that's okay. Anything about ankle height to about mid-shin, halfway up the knee, will do just fine. And you can even put pieces of tape on the floor to help you gauge your distance. Now from here, we're going to work both sides of the body, but I want you to start behind one side of the hurdle. You can either land with both feet at the same time, or you can land on a single leg in a yapchagi position. We're going to hop to one ring, hop to the other, keeping our leg up. Then we're going to jump shift and change legs, going in the opposite direction, so we work both sides of the body equally. Ready, set, and begin. And switch, and again. Both feet. Up, 1, 2, shift, and 1, 2, and landing on a single leg. And shift. And done. Now you want to do this about 4 times each leg. Now I'm going to make it a bit more pattern specific, especially those second dan and above, especially 4th degrees, who are working on that slow motion side kick. So, we're going to start, as always, behind our hurdle, landing on one leg in our yap chambered position, and throwing a slow motion side kick for 3 seconds. I want it at least at your hip height. If you can go to shoulder, fantastic. Ready, set, go. And hold, 1, 2, 3, and back, and let's go again. Ready? Good, and let's repeat on the other side. Okay, let's get ready in that yap chamber position, and begin. And just like our last exercise, when we had the rings on the floor, since this is a bit heavy on the legs, you want to stick to about 4 to 6 rounds on each leg maximum. Now we'll be working on box step-ups with our kick. These enhance balance and explosive pivoting for our kicks and our tuls. As you step onto the box, I want you to focus on pivoting as explosively as possible. We'll be working on front snap kick, side kick, and back kicks. Now to activate our nervous system as we kick, we're going to tap the box twice, explode, and then kick. Tap twice, and go. Ready? 4 times each side. And on the other side. And 4 rounds each. Now let's go into our yap chagis. Tap, tap, yap. Tap, tap, yap. And the same thing on the other side. Times 4 rounds each side. Now let's go into our back kicks. I don't want a spinning side kick. I want your knees to pass each other in a straight line, not out and wide. 4 times, 4 rounds. Ready? Begin. And on the other side. Now let's introduce depth jumps. Now we're going to be using a low to moderate height for our depth jumps because we want to be able to carry over our functionality into our tuls while still refining our speed, control, and power without putting unnecessary strain on our bodies. Now, depth jumps enhances tuls by improving explosive power, trains fluidity between the techniques, refines control within our landings, and boosts reaction time and overall efficiency. For our first depth jump exercise, we'll work on that landing right before the twin vertical punch in Gebek. I want you to land just on one foot, very easy, using that momentum to carry you forward into that technique. I don't want you to stop and then continue. I want it to be one fluid motion. So let's do it together, 4 times each side, 4 rounds. And when doing these, always remember to use your core muscles to help control that landing when you need to stop that momentum. Now let's work the whole motion of that kicking Gebek. I want to use that momentum from the landing with my feet parallel, shoulder distance apart. I'm going to use that momentum to carry me through that flying side kick and then land into my twin vertical punch. 4 times each leg, 4 rounds. Now remember, we don't want to stop our sine wave once it's in motion. An object in motion stays at motion, and an object at rest stays at rest unless acted upon by an opposing force. So after we land that side kick, I don't want you to stop your momentum and then begin again, because that's stopping everything that we've been flowing with. I want you to use that momentum to carry you through to the next technique. Now let's go into our weighted chamber holds for explosive kick releases. This strengthens hip flexors for chambering control, preventing telegraphing in our tuls. Now you want to use a light medicine ball between 3 to 5 kilograms, and we're going to hold in a static position, not all the way up to our chest height, just slightly lower, almost like we're in juche in our one-legged stance, about a 45-degree angle down. Using our stomach muscles slightly hinged inside just to be able to hold the ball in place. We hold for 5 seconds, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to drive the knee upward and then to the side for our side kick. That's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And last one on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's repeat the exercise on the opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry guys about that, and one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you want to do this 4 rounds each side. Now, when we're working this exercise, what we're really working is quality control. So I would take about 1.5 minutes in between, and even if you think you're ready, you're probably not. So let's go ahead and extend that to 2-minute break in between each round. Now let's work on our side kick trajectory. If you have something about the size of the tennis ball, that's perfect. We're going to get in our yapchagi position with our heel midway up our thigh, putting our tennis ball right in between. Now I want you throwing a yapchagi, a side kick, towards the camera, and we'll know if our trajectory is right if our ball goes to the side. So we're going to go 3 times each side. That's 1. And 3. Now let's switch. One. 2. And last one. 3. Thank you all for joining me, and thank you to the ITF for having me today. It's been an absolute pleasure. If you're interested in anything else that I or what we do here at Black Eagle Taekwondo, don't worry, we have seminars lined up coming up online for you guys. Information coming soon. Take one.
Wow. We are back here now live. We saw just 43 minutes of an energetic live training session. Well, recorded training session, and it was really great. I learned a lot of different exercises. I'm eager to practice. I hope I will be able to practice them soon. As we are quite advanced in time, we will continue now with our break slide with a short break for let's say 8 minutes, and we will reconvene at the next full hour. Then we will have the next session, which is by Sabumkatia Solovey from the Ukraine, and she will present us with the ITF Fight Evolution. It will be a great honor to have her, but for now, we can start with our break, get refreshed, and see you in a few minutes.